What about now?
Hmm. Can you hear me on that one? It might be echoing now. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have it right. It's so weird. Can you hear me now? I fixed it. Like you can hear me speaking right now, echoing. Okay, that was, yeah. Yeah. It was echoing at first, but I know there's a little bit of delay, but you're saying you can hear me like right now? It's fine? Oh my god. Thanks, guys. Okay. You guys ready? I don't know what the hell that would have been. I literally all I did was pretend like I turned on some other thing and turned it back off, and then it worked. The next issue I have to fix real quick is my controller stopped working. And then we can start. Since you've been waiting so patiently, do you guys want to know who my starter is going to be? Because I already know who it is. We're not rolling for it. I already know who it's going to be. Spoiler alert, I don't love these starters. There's only one I like, and I refuse to play with the other ones. So the controller worked for like 2 seconds and then it stopped. I guess I was too eager to go live. How does the audio sound? This is the new mic. I think what I'm dealing with mics is I like my audio. I think it sounds good, but I haven't mastered it. My last audio, I mastered what that mic could do, but it could never reach the potential of the one I'm using now. So the good news is I think my mic audio is relatively fine. Even maybe good. But I think once I figure it out more and learn more about it, it'll be even better. Wes, did you watch the Fallout 3 video? Livid Xbox Live ASMR. Yeah, I know this is just compelling content. What's up, Eraser? Don't forget the game needs an update or it crashes in the big city when you save. I think I might have. I mean, you might be right because I did wipe the game, so I wonder if it got rid of my. I wonder if it got rid of my the update because I don't know if it had an update or not. I think it would have because I used this game extensively when I was trading. I don't know if those updates are permanent, like to the cartridge. Sounds clear, not the biggest audio file, so as long as I can hear what is going on, yeah. Fair enough. I used to be. Now I'm kind of like you. When I started looking at my analytics, like over 60% of people who watch me are on mobile and like another 10% are on tablet. So when it came to gameplay footage and audio, I was stressing out so much, but then I realized how many people are watching me on smaller devices where the audio is like, you don't have to have amazing audio, because people usually aren't wearing big headphones. Maybe they're wearing like AirPods or something. And then as far as gameplay footage, it's like when people are watching on their phones, everything kind of looks good. Somebody complained about they weren't being mean or anything, but they didn't like the footage for the Fire Red Leaf Green video, which is like, I couldn't really control that because it had to go through 3 different passes just for me to keep the original gameplay because it was on a real cartridge. You know what I mean? I couldn't use an emulator. Phone game, nice. How have you guys been though? It's been a while. Is that audio really loud? How's it now? Oh yeah, the rollerblading. Sorry, Eon. You're watching it a second time. Thanks, man. That video is going to need all the help I can get. It's my worst performing video out of my last 10, but that's okay. I hope it stays, but the way people still can re-download games for 3DS eShop, you could probably get an update game too. Are you sure people can still download games on 3DS eShop? About the only thing I think is available now is the services are there, but I didn't think you could download anymore, like at all. But maybe you're right. Maybe as long as you own the game, you can still do it, but they won't let you purchase it. Augustine Sycamore. We're fully 3D now, boys. The world of ours is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. That's a really nice portrait. These mysterious creatures can be found in every corner of the world. Some run across the plains, others fly through the skies, and others yet swim deep in the oceans. I'm a boy. I don't know. I guess I can change the color and stuff later. I'm not blonde hair, but I do have blue eyes. I used to have blonde hair when I was a baby. Like up until I was like 3 years old. Here, I'm gonna just do this for the video. Welcome, folks. I'm Livid. The way I instantly came to YouTube after reading the Discord notification. Thank you. That's kind of the intended thing. I hope it doesn't bug people, but it is nice because the people who do like watching my streams probably are going to hear about it through Discord. But my real name is going to be LivX. I forgot to tap into my Super Saiyan genes. Très bien! What a fantastic name. I checked a few months ago and could at least, it shows the list of games I can re-download. Maybe because you've already downloaded them. So you might be right, or I guess we'll find out the hard way. It'll be, hey, it'll be something funny to talk about for the video. Hey guys, it's a Wii U. You know that super successful device? What's up, Carlos? I played exactly 2 playthroughs of this game. It's where I started making a living dex for the first time, the same living dex I have today. It's where, so I did 2 playthroughs so I can complete it, because I basically did everything on my own. All the videos you've seen with the cartridges I've been using, I've had those forever, so that's, I used the previous gens, put them into this gen, and I made a living dex by myself. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying, like, it was monumental. It was a monumental task. And, so I did that, and I shiny hunted in this game a lot, but back then, like, I didn't care about natures or anything, and, like, I'm weird in my brain, and now that I care about kind of like natures and stuff, I gave a lot of the old shinies from that era away. It got deleted. How did that happen? Oh, I used to EV Train too. That was because this game made EV. Now, in retrospect, I will say EV training is not as hard as I thought it used to be. It's really not. Like when I was doing EV training in Gen 3. Okay, and if you've seen the Emerald video, you know I got the Pokérust too, so maybe that helped. But even outside the Pokérust, like I don't know, maybe I'm too biased because that Pokérust that I got in Emerald, I kept sending those. Remember, I send like Kitamago and the Mount Battle Ho-Oh. I sent those up to the next generation. So in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum, and Diamond Pearl, I still had the Pokérust. The Wii U prototype of the Switch. Yep. So what do you guys think about? I was thinking, I didn't realize that ZA was coming out for the original Switch, and I was like, hey, because I was like, maybe I could do a more contemporary video for once, and I thought about it, but then I started getting in my own head about, how like fanboys can get, right? And it's if I play on the inferior version, even though Nintendo releases it on the original Switch, if I ever complain about graphics or frame rate or dips, I know I'll get comments like, well, you should have been playing on the Switch too. And I'm still kind of protesting that. I will eventually get a Switch too, but like I'm sure there'll be a price drop at some point. And there's going to be like I'm sure there's going to be like a cool special edition Switch too that I want to get. So I'm holding out, you know what I mean? So I don't want to buy a Switch 2, and I have the money, I just don't want to buy it. But I know if I get ZA for the Switch 1, people will be like, yeah, but you're not playing it the optimal way. It's like, oh, the blame goes on me and not to Nintendo. I like that presentation of the route. It's cool. Aqua Corde Town. I'm saving because I want my starter to not have a terrible nature. You have a lot of friends in this game. You're reporting being a warning to play an inferior version of the game, and that has merits to warn people about what they're getting into. Hey, that's a good point. Was expecting a ZA special edition console, missed opportunity. I totally agree. That's kind of what I was holding out for too. I was like, yeah, okay, well, if they do a Pokemon version of the Switch 2, maybe I'll get that one. Because what always happens is I buy an initial console, usually the most, and this is not just Nintendo, usually the most inferior version of that console is the first one. And then, you know, a year or two later, they release some really sweet special edition. It's like an OLED, or it's got some bigger hard drive or something like that. You know what I mean? They always do it. So I'm like, you know what? For once, I have a nickname. I guess now I'll do it for Livid. The Gen 6 rivals suck. These are the rivals, right? ZA is getting a bundle with the Switch 2 at least. I'm waiting for more Switch 2 exclusives here. Yeah, me too. I'm waiting for exclusives. Okay, and I'll admit, I want to say I've never been too offended at the Switch 2's cost. Like, was it $450? That's not too outrageous to me. But it's everything that comes with, you know, I made a video on that. It's like everything that comes with, okay, you bought the console, now you're paying for the tutorial, now you're paying for this, your physical games aren't physical anymore, you know, like, it's everything that comes with it that I'm like, what the fuck? Seems like we're getting another direct. What do you mean by day 12? When is that direct supposed to come out? Because I think that I feel like we're on the verge of some new main series Pokemon game. And I feel like they're waiting for ZA to come out because they don't want to steal its thunder. They want that game to be successful, so they don't want to like undercut themselves and talk about something else. They want all the attention on ZA. So it's like, I'm curious when they're going to start talking about the next thing. The 30th anniversary is coming up, what, next year? Everybody thinks that there's going to be like some bundle, and it's like, I want to be clear, I want that, but I don't think that's what we're going to get. I think that they're going to parcel out releases of the old games. So I'm saying, in my prediction, there's not going to be some awesome bundle or like, hey, all these games are available on the Switch 2 online or something. No. They'll find a way to like be sinister about it. Yes, I would like to give my Pokemon a nickname. Oh, it's a female. I don't care. Hold on. I should care. Come on. Like, what's a famous French female? That's the naming. Jean! Jean of Arc! Let's hope she has a good nature. From this game, EV training is getting more approachable. I used to breed for 5 or 6 perfect IVs. Yeah. I remember the PS4s. I will say, and, you know, I was going on a tangent earlier that in retrospect, I don't think EV training was as hard as I thought it was as a kid. Maybe for a kid, it still is hard. But I also did have the Pokerus in my recent EV training. You know, I EV trained Katamaga, I EV trained for the Pokemon World tournament video and the Mount Battle Ho-Oh. But I will say, I agree with you, because X and Y was the first time I started EV training, like back then, because it was very approachable, very easy. Marie Antoinette. The only thing is, I like Joan, because Joan of Arc is cool, but like Marie Antoinette, I don't think she like did anything. I think she was just, wasn't she just like Napoleon's wife? September 12th? Wait, isn't, oh, September, yeah, isn't ZA coming out September 12th? No, that's October, sorry, never mind, sorry. I don't think you're going to get like any Pokemon other than, oh, sorry. Any new Pokemon. You're going to get probably ZA information, but I don't think there's going to be much new Pokemon. She ate cake. It was she the one that said that? Let them eat cake? I think it was. I have a funny bit for the video. I'm going to be like, you know, this game is based in France. And I'm going to talk about, you know, typical French things. Please have a good nature. Nice. I'll take a neutral nature. Okay, there's our starter. Last queen of France before the revolution. So she wasn't Napoleon's wife. Because I know Napoleon had a... yeah, he had a friend. He had a... Well, first he had Josephine. And then he married an Austrian woman because he couldn't have a kid with Josephine. How do I know that? Because I love history. Even though I got the Mary Antoinette thing wrong, probably. Oh, I have to go home first. Okay. New megas in the direct. I saw there was another one. There's a mega from this gen. I forget what its name is. The octopus thing. Trena Shana. You thought I'd spend my cash on trip? I will later. Is this the first gen where your starter starts out with their elemental move? Malamar. I gotta say, I like the 3D, man. I think the battle scenes look cool. The Mega Malamar, yeah. That's why he said that. Wasn't that one with the weird evolution where you gotta like hold your 3DS upside down or something? How does that evolve today? First game with the stab move already at level 5. Okay, thank you, weird guy. I also know, so I knew I was gonna do Froakie, and I'm going to get a Fletchling because I think Fletchling and when it learns Brave Bird is Oh my god, that animation is so sick, dude. Are there no HMs in this game, or is that Gen 7? Probably Gen 7, right? Because I saw the riot. You could still hold your Switch upside down, had to hold your phone upside down to evolve it and go. That's funny. That's really funny. Come on, Fletchling. Yeah, guys, I gotta admit, I like the models. HMs aren't 6, dang. Well, at least we know they get it right soon. Did anybody else not named Eon Kane watch the Fallout video? If you did you have any thoughts, any feedback? Apparently the first spawn in this route in the forest is 100% catch rate. Well, let's test that out. Because we found our little friend here. Well, so far the math's checking out, Wes. So the Fallout video came out. I might release my girlfriend playing like tomorrow or the next day. Is this not a perfect nature? What's Fletchling's stats? Very fast. What about its moves? It's all physical based moves. Flame charge, acrobatics, peck. Brave Bird is physical. Oh my god. We found it. We found it. It's gonna learn Ember, which is not great because it's special. What about Fletchender? Oh no. Yeah, so it's only gonna know Ember for a while, but that's okay. Oh, your first encounter, not every encounter. Got you. I just don't like the weird filter and need a King's model. What filter do you mean? God damn it. Come learn how to catch Pokemon with me. Or to Katsu. Call video was good. I enjoyed the long form content. A lot of side quests you mentioned I completely forgot about. Okay, thank you. It's way less vibrant than Gen 5. He was meta. I don't know anything about the meta. Do you remember the meta of this era? Like who was so like he was viable? Because that's great. I remember. I don't even know what this YouTuber's name is anymore. But back when these games came out, I was watching YouTube content. And I think he played competitive Pokemon. But I was so like Gen 1er and Gen 2er that like he used to play almost exclusively Gen 1 and 2 competitive online back in 2014. And then he did like an X and Y video where he showed some battling, and he had never played, or maybe he was doing like a Nuzlocke, and he had never seen the Brave Bird animation, and his reaction was so hilarious, and it was like, it was raw. Like, and it was my first time seeing, or not, it wasn't my first time, but it was like, I knew what he was excited about, because the Brave Bird animation is so... What's the hidden ability it needs? Does it know a flying attack yet? Just tackle? Oh my god. Okay. Well, it already outspeeds me, so that's fine. That wasn't a lot. Did they take away the level multiplier thing from Black and White? I don't know that reference. This is almost like identical to Viridian Forest. Ooh, I love that you can hear like sounds off in the distance. It mimics Viridian Forest layout 1-to-1. It looks like it. I can tell as soon as you walk in and there's that tree. Whoa. That's a cool cool encounter. Yeah, you get the monkeys. There's Pikachu at 6%. Did Pikachu ever get a Mega? Or Raichu? Or was it just the Alolan form for Raichu? You got a Z move. Is she healing my Pokemon? No. I think it literally, you're right, Wes, it literally is a 1-to-1 of Fruiting Force, which is strange because, like, Gen 5 was already, like, a celebration of Gen 1. Like, Pokemon really likes... I will say, maybe they were trying to appeal to the Gen 1ers because Gen 5 was so different. And per sales, Gen 5 is the worst selling generation, I think. Just crazy. Pretty sure I'm right about that. Oh, got a Gigantamax form. Ah. The generic trainer battle music goes really hard. Almost a little too hard. Like, it's like I'm at a speed metal concert. As soon as I say that, there's like a guitar lick. Gen 6 was all about Gen 1 hype. With the Megas and stuff, we got the anime special with Red. That's with the Megas. Charizard X reveal. Hey, that anime fucking ruled, dude. The one where, like, Okay, it's gonna echo for a second. Test. Okay, I can hear myself. Test. 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 What about now? What about now? Yes? Okay, it was my fault. I am the dumbest thing in the world. It was my fault. It was my fault. I admit it. I admit it. Anyway. You guys ready to play? I was making sure you were paying attention, yeah. What's up, Perennial? Perennial, if I was not messaging back to you or saying hi to you, it's because I always click to I can't speak. I always forget to click multi-stream chat. So if I ever ignore you, come to YouTube and yell at me. How you been, Perennial? Too much Nuka-Cola before the stream. Did anybody go on the Patreon and watch the Girlfriend Plays Fallout 3 video? Eon Kane had some fun criticism. He just said he wished it was longer, which I love that kind of feedback. Because I also agree. I was like, her and I are collaborating this time. Because, okay, I accidentally clicked on his TV and I'm sitting here watching a... Jesus. That was dreadful. Anyway, her and I are collaborating on... We're not going to script anything. We're gonna do it like a podcast still, but we have more... I have more questions for her, and she's writing down talking points so that we can get the conversation, you know, longer. The only editing I do on those is I just cut out ums and ahs, and I cut out awkward silences. But obviously those videos are really easy to make, and we'll see how it does on YouTube. I think it's an interesting concept, and I also think she wants to play Gen 1. She's never played Pokemon. She wants to play Gen 1 after she plays New Vegas. I am so excited. I want to try to find a way to capture her gameplay so I can use it for the footage. If I can't, it's fine because I could still just use images. Like I can have generic Gen 1 background gameplay, and I could just throw images. Like if we talk about her battle with Brock or her starter, I could just use like the old watercolor art or something like that. Oh, did you like the video, Perennial? Thank you for watching it, man. I haven't played Fallout 3 in years, but brought back tons of nostalgia. Really well done. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I can't say I haven't... I play that game like every... I play that game probably every like 2 to 3 years. I will say going in with like trying to be like, okay, like what do I really think about this game's concepts and how it's structured? I'm happy with it, man. Like I didn't shirk away from criticism. What's up, Ninja? How you doing? But I also gave it praise where like, because I had to explain to the audience, how can I keep playing this game to this day? And I probably will in the future more, but I have all these issues with it. And it's like, well, if you separate like the story and like, if you find ways to make the combat fun, like you have to do a lot of work, in my opinion, to like kind of love Fallout 3. you have to put in some work, and I'm not shilling out. Like I know the criticisms for sure. Maybe come into the podcast with talking points so you cover things you want to. I know I'm prone to forgetting things I want to say to people when I'm talking about shows and the games in the moment. Wes, exactly. So, that first video was purely off the top of my brain, and I still think I did good for having not wrote anything down. Her and I just sat down, and I just was like, whatever came in mind, I said it. But, I mean, there's going to be moments people want to hear about. Like, I'll give you a little spoiler, because you guys are so cool, and you went to the stream to watch. You know how there's various ways to deal with Caesar. She slaughtered the whole camp and killed Caesar. And she goes, I just wish there was a way to talk to him to learn more about like what he thinks and like what he's all about. And I'm like, there is. And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, you can talk to him. I'm like, I'm pretty sure like most people, you get like captured or something, don't you? Or like you have to go see him. And he gives you like a free pass even if you've been mean to his soldiers or something. And just so you can have that conversation with him. And she goes, oh. I'm like, well, what'd you do? She goes, oh, I just went in there and killed everybody. I was like, yeah, you could do that too. You were the nicest ever seen anyone complaining about how dog shit the main story is. Thank you. I probably could have gone in more, but like, that's how I said it is how I felt. You know, I was like, yeah, it's, you know, I like certain parts of it. Well, when I say, I don't know, maybe I could have been more clear. When I say I like certain parts of the story, did I like the story or did I like the gameplay during the story? And I think it's that. I didn't like certain, I really didn't like many parts of the story at all. I liked the gameplay during the story. Like when you go into the DC ruins and you, I'm kind of a sucker if set pieces are done right. And I kind of like the behemoth thing, so I like that. And it just happened to be that when I was with the Brotherhood and we were taking down those mutants on the way up the GNR, it felt so tactical. It was so tactical, man. Like, I'm like right next to him, I'm like holding, you know, pinning down the mutants, and they're like shooting them, and I was like, this is badass. But when you think about it, is Fallout 3 Fallout or is it Call of Duty? Speech checking Legate Lanius at the end is difficult as fuck, though. At least it was for me. What was his little result? Froakie learns lick? I get, oh, you know, it's a frog, I guess. I wish it was not lick, but they did like some special unique move. Because I get it, you know, frogs and tongues and stuff. But they should have done some cool like physical water move. Like, I don't know what the verb would be for those, for, like, using your tongue to catch a bug, but that should have been a move. Can I leave? What's up, Jordan? His tongue becomes a scarf, yeah. It is cool. Liberty Barb's cute. I guess what I mean, J-Rat, is I would prefer a, like, you know, signature moves are always, they're always for the fully evolved form. Make a signature move for the little guys, you know? It doesn't have to be good. So it turns out the black 2 ROM on a 3DS just isn't holding a save, but I know the white 2 ROM does hold a saves. So do you think I should just link my black 1 save to a new white 2 save? I have no idea, dude. I don't really emulate that much. I do, but like not that much, so I don't know, man. Sorry. He doesn't do battles, he can't win. You can convince him that he takes the west, the east will fall, as the Legion will spread thin and weaken as a result. That's pretty cool. Isn't there a dialogue with Caesar where he admits that like the whole like Legion thing is fucking lame? but it's a good like device for control. Because that is, I have to admit, like the whole cosplaying as Romans thing, I was like, what? Come on, dude. But I think him having that, I'm pretty sure that happens where he's like, oh, I just use this as like a way to like unite people and build behind a concept. I'm like, okay, I like that he acknowledges it though. A framework, right. I actually like that. And I like the idea that like the Midwest, or not the Midwest, but the central US plains is a bunch of tribes. For some reason that just makes like a bunch of sense to me. And maybe it's because, you know, Native American tribes used to live in the plains. But I like the idea of like, I just like that idea. I did not mean to do this battle. I'm trying to get back to a Pokemon Center. There's even a meme where the injured mole rat at the warning Deathclaw place has a higher intelligence than him. This isn't good. Oh, one of my girlfriend's complaints about New Vegas is she wishes that there was she loves dogs. Loves dogs, dude. She like loses her mind in public when she sees dogs. And she wishes that there was more ways to like interact. She wants it to be like dog owner simulator. She's like there should be ways to like feed the dog and like pet it and like get it a little dog house. And I'm like that I was like, that's very cute. That's not what this game is. So that'll be fun to talk about. She wants to play Nintendogs Fallout, yeah. Does anybody have any good idea on how we could capture her gameplay? She does have a laptop, but she also has a Steam Deck. The issue with the Steam Deck, though, is I don't know how to use... Okay, it claims it can record gameplay up to 2 hours, but she would have to remember that it would... And maybe the Steam Deck gives a notification when it's done? I'm not sure. So if we capture it from the Steam Deck, it was like she'd have to like record it each time, make sure that she records it, make sure that she turns it off when she's done, make sure that she turns it back on if the recording stops. If we get her to play on PC and emulate it, that's probably the easiest way. But for her, it's not convenient because, you know, a Steam Deck's easy to like, she plays in her bed and stuff like that. Nintendo's New Vegas, yeah. That's a good bit. I'm gonna say that to her. I'm gonna put that. I have notes. We had a Word doc. Where'd it go? Weird guy. That's what I was thinking too. Was use OBS on her laptop, and then maybe hook her up with a controller, so she might be able to like put it down next to her bed or something. Because usually she plays right before she goes to bed. So that's what I was thinking was same thing. OBS, laptop, controller. By the way, I am Steam Deck settings will allow it to automatically record during gameplay only. Right. But the thing is, I also don't know how the quality would be. Because remember, if I'm going to put up on a video, I need like decent quality. I mean, my editing is decent enough now where I can try to make it look as best as possible. And I really do think like ultimately it's probably just going to be just get generic gameplay. You know, if we talk about what starter she chose, I could just put an image up on screen. It's you know, I think a lot of people. No, that's the wrong statement. I feel like a video like that in a podcast style, you don't necessarily need to be staring at the screen the whole time. It's like I usually like not usually, but for the first video, for her Fallout video, I did do editing on like relevant things to what she was saying. So hold on, I cannot go to a Pokemon Center. Like I have to do this fight right now. You're never getting out of this web. Can someone confirm? Can I not go to a Pokemon Center? Well, this is too hard. Well, to me, as long as you know where she is and you do the exact thing, you could supplement that as her original gameplay. So that's the thing is I'd have to replay, you know, and that's just the big thing. The big thing with videos with her, or if I do them going forward, maybe these videos suck and nobody watches them. But the big thing, but I want to keep doing them at least until we do a Pokemon one, because I think people who follow me would at least they would give that video a shot. The first two are going to be Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, but the third one she does is going to be Pokemon. So before I give up on doing something episodes with her, I want to at least see how that does. Then if that one gets no traction, okay. But anyway, while I'm doing these videos, the big thing about those videos is like not low effort, but like low editing. Because the important thing are the experience videos, right? Like those take a lot of time and effort, script writing, editing, thumbnails, all that stuff like that. The videos with her are supposed, that's why there's no script. It's just like, I'll have talking points maybe, no script, light editing. So if I have to replay the game to like get the thing to kind of loosely match up to what she says, that's going to take a while, and like it extends the time of that video and distracts me from doing this, and I can't do that. I have to focus on the bread and butter. You just can't seem to manage it right this second? What are you talking about? Middle of the web, press A. Well, shit, J-Rat, you could have told me that, huh? No. Oh. You could just use the teleport and stuff and drop the same gear she has. The teleport and stuff? You haven't played this came out. I was just joking. I wasted that heal for nothing. It's okay. Dollar blade tricks? What is that? Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm wasting time. I'm trying to find the Google Doc my girlfriend and I are using. It just disappeared on me. So I want to get a promotion I didn't want, and then went to Key West for a week. Good times. Well, why did you do that? My guess would be barely any bump in pay, if at all, but more responsibility. Is that the... That's my guess. My dad works for the city, a big city. He's a inspector, so he's he's a pretty cush job. They make a lot of money, and he didn't take a promotion because of that. They like, barely any pay, but they insane amount more responsibility, and no union, because I guess if he got promoted to management, he couldn't be in the union. So he was like, I'm not doing that shit. I was like, I get it, dude. What's up, Billy? I don't have a Latios. Just give me a sec. I was going from tier 1 to tier 2 support, and that involved giving customers my direct contact info, and that sounded like it would suck. Yeah. There you go. You stood by your morals. Whoa. Hangers music, yeah. Eon, Kane, and Wes. Anybody else who plays Fallout? Somebody on the video just said, Fallout has never been about humor in its games. Because I said that, Fallout has humorous moments. That is hilarious that they say that. And I love how they say that when I literally showed 2 missions that were, like, purely about humor. They're like, no, this is a really serious game, Livid. I knew it! I was like, they're gonna use a potion. If this was competitive, you would have never taken that chance. Alright, well... I don't want Fletchling to die. It can't be switched out. Oh my god. Well, all right. Go down with the ship, Fletchling. Never found the naughty nightwear, right? Naughty nightmare or nightwear. Canterbury Commons. Imagine being wrong. uh Linked in the Tim Kaine talking about humor in the series, yeah. So that doesn't like the thing is nobody on the internet will just ever admit when they're wrong. That's not how that works. It's like you either send them a clip. How is this doing less damage? All right, well I lost. Dang it. Oh, she had the cheat though. She had to use a potion. Dude that pays for you your Nuka Quantum so you can get in that crazy chick's pants. Yep. Oh yeah, just keep giving the examples. I mean, just going back to my point. Nobody on the internet ever thinks they're wrong. You either send them a link that like proves they are objectively wrong, like there is no debate on this, or oh, I forgot the name Fletchling, right? Or so they'll delete their comment, or they'll just basically go, "I'm not watching." Oh, no. Sucks to suck. Might be Reddit. So is IQ from room temperature anyway? Yeah. We had a speed tie? Cheater. I want Fletching to get this XP, so I'm being kind of greedy. Pavilion is 666 in the Pokedex. Nice. Ooh, 2? I think I will. What's up, Velociraptor? That's a cool name. It's one of the games that got me back into Pokemon at the time. They blew me away. Loved almost all the new Pokemon designs, too. Cool that you're playing it before ZA. Yeah, so I will admit that's a little bit strategic on my end. That's kind of what the plan was. Maybe release this, like, I'm thinking like a week. Maybe sooner, before ZA comes out. I think the title might be like before ZA, the Pokemon XY experience, or something like that. And I'm considering playing ZA for the channel as well, which would be a departure from only playing old games. But the issue is that I would play it on the Switch 1. I mean, that would be a great test of if it's actually a good game, right? Play it on the inferior console. Just to be clear, I have the money for a Switch 2, and my local Fred Meyer and Walmarts have plenty of them, but I really don't want to get one. Not till there's more games, not till there's like a cool special edition. You know there's going to be like some Pokemon special edition one in a year or two. I bet there's going to be a Pokemon one when the new main series games come out. It sounds scary, I know. See, but the thing is, like, I agree with you. I agree. It's like when, didn't Cyberpunk come out on, like, the Xbox One and PS4? You know what I mean? And that was, like, a fucking disaster. My thing is, like, that's not my fault. You released it. But you know that, like, if I play it on the Switch 1, and I complain about frame rate, or if I complain about graphics, you know people are be, but you didn't play it on the Switch too. It's like, okay, so yell at Nintendo. Don't yell at me. The Pokemon edition. Should have played the... Then you should have played X on the OG 3DS too. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, do you mean like the... You mean the... Oh, I see. My bad. You don't mean the XL. You mean the actual OG one. Oh, my controller went out again. See what you made me do. People would be interested to see how it runs on the Switch as well. Yeah, Jordan, I understood what he meant now. You get one correction point. You've corrected me. You've corrected the YouTuber. That's a new 3DS. Oh, you get a correction point too. Who else wants one? Somebody else tell me that I misunderstood what Wes was saying. I'm the big dumb. I'm the big dumb that got the mic thing wrong. I'm the big dumb that thought that I thought I wasn't playing on a 3DS at all. So then I showed it. I'm just a big stupid. Can this fucking controller work? The tiny 3DS sucked so bad. Was kind of happy when... Listen. Velociraptor, I don't know how long you've been following or watching. You get me, though. You get me. My old black piano 3DS struggled to play triple battles for some reason. Triple battles. Do you mean from X... Or from... Are there triple battles here, or do you mean from Gen 5? Just trying to get this thing to work, boys. I could play manually, but I don't want to. Like holding the 3DS. Just don't wanna. I'm sure one of my buddies locally has another controller I could use. Because I'm pretty sure it's not my custom-made controller input into my 3DS. It's probably the controller itself. 6 or 7. Well, I thought Triple Battles were Gen 5. Could be wrong. Haven't played this in forever. So many Triple Battles in the Battle of Maison. Okay, so they are in Gen 6 too. Ah, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Three Moltres versus 3 Moltres would kill your frame rate. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they had rotation battles. No, they had triple battles too. They had rotation and triple battles in Gen 5. The triple battles in Gen 5 though were like it was like area of influence, so the far left Pokemon couldn't attack the far right Pokemon. I've been watching your videos for quite a while, usually a lurker, and I don't comment often, but this is the first time I've seen you live. I think it was you who said you were Navy, right? Yeah. Well, thank you for saying hi, dude. Thanks for watching the stuff. Were you prior service? I've been talking about Navy a lot recently in the videos, not as like a, look at me, but because I always put a piece of myself in the videos. You know, when you talk about it in retrospect, I like to mention like what point of, you know, something about my life that relates to that game. And we just happen to be in the era in Gen 5 when I had, like, specifically Black and White 2 when I had just joined. And, you know, it's going to be weird for the X and Y video because I got to be honest with you guys. I remember things I did in X and Y, but I do not remember the day it came out. I don't remember, like, what I was doing in life while I was playing it. It's kind of a hazy period of my life. You know, I was busy, but... So I don't know if I'm going to have, like, a personal anecdote. Unless I remember one, but I can't think of any right now. Livid Lore is sick. Thank you, man. Wes, I don't think that's entirely correct. I think maybe in Black and White it was version exclusive. But I think in Black and White 2, one was just more frequent than the other. So in one of them, you know, triple battles were more frequent than rotation battles, and then they flip-flopped it depending on which version you were playing. I'm 33. J-Rat, how old are you? Let's see who's oldest and youngest. I'm 33. You guys, go. Oh, since I brought that up, I want to see what my current statistics are on audience. By age group. Ah, 5% female viewers. That's up from like 1%. Okay, so starting from youngest to oldest, 0.5 in my audience is 13 to 17. 13.4 is 18 to 24. 60%, 25 to 34. 21%, 35 to 44. All of that makes sense. The 30s, mid-20s into mid-30s makes sense. 2%, 45 to 54. 0.8 for 55 to 64. Hell yeah. 0.6 for 65 plus. Hell yeah. You're not really revealing your age on the internet? Okay. Don't flatter yourself. Nobody's going after you, dude. 31 gig, rise up. You're also 33, nice. I searched here last time we had a triple battles. We're in ORAS games. They were probably removed from Sun and Moon because of performance issues. Probably, Okinawa right now, joined in 2012. Oh, and was in mainland Japan for X and Y release. Mega Evolution. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Okay, so you're in Okinawa. What is your rate? That's so sick. You were in Japan for that. So hold on, you were stationed there. Then so you were stationed on the mainland. What? In like Sasebo or something? HM1, nice. That's a great job. So you went to San Antonio for school too. I was on I forget where you guys went, but Master at Arms school was in San Antonio at Lackland. And I remember I used to get so mad at my HM buddies from boot camp because like as soon as they got to their schoolhouse, they got like phase whatever so they could go off base in civvies. And then MAs we had to wait till like the last week. I was so annoyed. And they showed us pictures of their barracks with like marble and super nice bathrooms and rooms, and we lived in these classic barracks at Sugi Air Base, small clinic there, like 45 minutes away from Yakuska. That's cool. You close to getting chief? How's that battle going? I'm sure the pickup for chief for HM is like super small though. You're 50 days older than Pokemon, nice. I was a Master at Arms, but I was which is basically a military police, but not really. I was a dog handler, and I was what was called a pipeliner, meaning like I went from boot camp to Master at Arms school. In Master at Arms school, they had one billet for dog handler, and you had to like compete for it. And I ended up getting it for my class, which out of like 35 students, half the class didn't want it. Some people are afraid of dogs. Some people just don't want to work with dogs. So it was like, out of the 15 people who wanted it, I had like highest test scores. And before that sounds like patting my own back, Master at Arms is usually a job that people are forced to do. Nobody wants to do it. And we're talking stats here. Usually you don't get the... I chose to be a Master at Arms. Like, I wanted to do that job, which is very abnormal. Lots of people have to do it because their ASVAB score is so low that they get voluntold to do a job. And a lot of that is like boatswain's mate, Master at Arms, cook. Those are jobs where they tell you have, like, you're scored so low on your test, you can only join if, like, we get to tell you what you're going to do. I had scored good enough that, like, I had a bunch of pickup jobs, and my recruiter was so mad when I chose Master at Arms. He's like, why the fuck would you choose Master at Arms? I was like, that's what I came here for. That's what I wanted to do. And he's like, dude, they force people to be Master at Arms. Nobody goes willingly. And I kind of blew that off until I got to the schoolhouse. And the very first day, you get back from boot camp, I went to San Antonio. We're all in this big auditorium. And he's doing this speech about, like, hey guys, I know you're disappointed, but like it is what it is. Raise your hand if you didn't want to be a Master at Arms. And I'm thinking, oh, there's only gonna be a few people. Everybody but me raised their hand. I got job security now. They're not kicking anyone out anymore. Yeah, they're kind of hurting these days. My NEC is biomedical repair technician, so I went from fixing patients to fixing equipment. Hell yeah. My NEC was 2005, which is the dog handler one. is yours in any way applicable to civilian life? Because I know there's a lot of military jobs where people assume that it means you could do something on the outside, but usually it doesn't. But I feel like that NEC, you probably could apply that on the outside. What was so bad about Master at Arms? So, okay, pre 9/11, there wasn't that many Master at Arms. They were base police, but they were more like. Usually, you could only be a Master at Arms back in the day in like the 90s and behind if you were an E5, so your rank was the 5th rank of enlisted. And they kind of got to tell people what to do. They were like their boots were always shined. They were base police, and they got to tell officers, "Hey, fix this or go do that." You know what I mean? Like, sorry, going back even further historically, Master at Arms on like old ships during the Revolution were like the people. They're the people that guarded the armory. Master at Arms, right? And then as time went on, they basically became like base police. After 9/11, it was all of like security on naval bases and on ships and stuff became Master at Arms. So they needed a lot of them. So then this whole thing about E5s and no, everybody's going to be a master. Or anybody could be a Master at Arms. And then it turned from being like base police to like more like static security. So it's basically what I'm trying to say is like people hate it because it's no days off. Like other jobs, the HM and chat could probably tell you they might get holidays off or something like that, or get to go home early. No, Master at Arms work like 5 to 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts, no holidays, no nothing like that. Out in the pissing rain, scorching heat, sitting out there with all your weapons. You know, it sucked. Your stream was so amazing. To watch your next stream, add me. Okay. Stupid bot. I guess Twitch is really handling them lately, though, so that's cool. You got grandfathered in with the old retirement, didn't you, Velociraptor? Literally standing outside for no reason. That's the thing, people. What Velociraptor just said. It's not just having to like stand a post and guard a thing. It's like a lot of the times it's for no reason. In Spain, in Rota, Spain, the Americans are guests on a Spanish base, but we're like really the Americans run everything, right? But the Spanish refuse to let our security guard their, because it's perception. They don't want Americans guarding their gates, right? So they say you can be on the gates with us, but the Spanish get to control the gates to the base. And we go, okay. So that left a lot of jobs for the Master at Arms on base redundant. Like there's nothing for us to do. But the U.S. Navy is like, well, we don't want to not have them there. So what do? They put us on the outbound traffic. So vehicles leaving the base. What purpose does that serve? It fucking doesn't. They changed NECs from numbers to letter number combo. Mine was 8410. Now it's L something. But yeah, after C school, you get a national certification as a biomed tech. It's good stuff. Hell yeah, dude. Velociraptor, what have you been playing? What's everybody's current game? What have you guys been playing? Been playing black 1, but since I beat that yesterday, I'm now mixing in white 2. Nice. Final Fantasy 5. Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Tell me about Final Fantasy 5. I think I'd like to play them one day. I'd like to play more RPGs in general, even older ones. For some reason, I feel like I've always said I loved turn-based RPGs, but to be quite honest, I don't play many of them. I want to play Dragon Quest. I want to play Final Fantasies. Just want to play more of them. In between games right now. Pocket waiting on ZA. Also, Dragon Quest 3. So I stopped playing Dragon Quest 3. See, this is why too. I wasn't making it for content, but I stopped playing Dragon Quest 3 honestly because I kept getting my ass kicked by that troll in the castle. He's pretending. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for Dragon Quest 3. Game came out 30 years ago. The troll in the castle pretending to be a king. I cannot beat that guy. The story is whatever, but the drop system is interesting. Okay. Claire Obscure. What is that? Final Fantasy games are unique in that the way that each one is its own contained story, so each new game is essentially trying to do something. 5 is kind of like, okay, but the drop system is goated. That was dumb. Oh, never mind. I was going to say it was dumb if there wasn't like an item there. The Expedition 33 game everybody enjoys, yeah. Switch jobs whenever you want, but you can master abilities from one job to use with another job, so you can be a knight with a white magic ability. That is sick, dude. So how do you balance that? Like, do you get the ability you want and then switch to the knight, and you get to keep your like ability or whatever? Shin Megami Tensei and Trials. I want to play those too. I want to play the Shin games. I want to play Personas again for the channel. There's a lot I want to do. I'm in a little bit of a creative, like, I don't really know, because I'd like to, I don't know, I want to play those games, but it's hard to put, like this video, I'm sure will be 45 minutes to an hour. Hard to do that for, and I hate thinking like this, but it's hard to do that when you kind of know it may not be received well. Gotta run. All right, man, see ya. Strange Journey, what is that? Where am I going? Vengeance almost makes up for how booty SMT5 was. What is Vengeance? Is that like a... Oh, that's Victory Road? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. You play white mage until you master it. Then switch to knight and add white magic ability as your second ability. You don't have a fully master. You switch away. It's unlock the ability you want. Okay, cool. Strange Journey's your favorite game? Okay, I gotta look that up. Up and to the left. Okay. Thank you. She works as a journalist. Well, that'll make things easier. Look, I don't mind getting an EXP share this early. It's really nice to play on PS5 with that menu lab. Vengeance was like the golden update for Persona 4, but it was released from the Switch. Is it only on the Switch? Like, if I wanted to play it on Steam, is it available on Steam or no? What's the whole thing with Vivilion again? I think it was Wes who's like interested in what Vivilion I got. How does that work? Vengeance is multi, okay. So definitely play that one, that version over the OG version. SMT5 was originally on the Switch, but the Vengeance was multi, and you can play on Steam, and it's much better than the Switch version. Okay, thank you. Thank you! Based on your region, like real life region. They removed the original from the Switch store. That's cool. Oh, the 3DS's region. Okay, thank you. What's up, Morbid? Jordan is a nerd. Do you know them? Morbid Ewok. It's interesting. Oh, I hear you, weird guy. Cool. You told me to check out your channel? Thanks. Thanks for the sick recommendation. What do you think of the channel? Be honest, don't lie to me. Seems the whole west coast of the United States of America had to say the whole thing so people don't get confused. Has the same pattern. Okay. I'm glad that you clarified. Because, yeah, sometimes when people say west coast, they just mean California. Americans do this too. And then, like, it's weird because, like, I'm from Washington. I consider myself the Pacific Northwest. But when people say west coast, I do include us. Us, Oregon, California. Wasn't expecting the Navy talk. Thank you for service. Always cool hearing people's stories and experience. Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate the urban pattern for Orlando. That's cool. Have we already... Has it revealed what mine is? Was the gym leader's preset, or did hers show what mine looked like? Fletchling isn't fire yet? Oh. Hers is preset. Okay. Okay, fine. Hey, come back here, dude. No fire until... Hey, dude! Battle me. The one time you want to battle a trainer. Jeez. Is this being played on the emulator, or are you using the same cool capture setup? I am using the same cool capture setup. I don't want to show you the 3DS. You can ask people in chat. It's there. But the reason why I don't want to move it is because this is a really old GameCube controller. And I have a modded 3DS that's equipped for capture and a dongle, so I can use a GameCube controller. But the wires in the GameCube controller are very poor these days because it's an OG one. And if I pick up the 3DS to show you, the wires will cross again in whatever mysterious way they do, and the controller won't work. And there will be an awkward moment for about 5 minutes on stream where I'm trying to get the thing to work again. But I promise you it's there. You're watching a legit 3DS. .3D models look different in 3DS simulation. What? Probably better. I think I've seen that before, and people always make it look like super incredible with like perfect lines. Like you can see the pixelated lines right now, like the black lines around the Pokemon. Don't know. I want to play on legit stuff. Like I've seen people play Gen 7 emulated. I mean, it looks incredible. The things that they can do with it. It's alright. You guys are here for my words, baby. They look smoother. Yeah, it is what it is. Do I have the 3D slider all the way up? I wonder if that does change anything. It's volume. It is all the way up, and it doesn't change anything. Like, I knew it was going to be 3D, but I didn't know if you meant, like, it raises the resolution or something. I always kept that all the way down. Made me sick. Same. So, I think it's cool. Like, I remember when I first got a 3DS and I played Ocarina of Time. I already had bad motion sickness, if you've seen me talk about the Navy stuff. Or maybe... I don't know what video I talk about motion sickness, but I have horrible motion sickness. And so that stuff was never going to work for me. But I do remember trying it out when I first got it. In fact, speaking of Navy, that was one of the first things I bought for myself when I got out of boot camp was a 3DS. And they had just... I might get the timer. I might be incorrect on this, but I think like right when I got out of boot camp, they had just like slashed the price of a 3DS because it wasn't selling well. So I was like, oh, nice. And I got like this tiny little paycheck from the Navy because I was... nothing rank, and I got Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, and I thought it looked like the 3D effect looks great. But the thing is, you have to hold it a certain way, and if you're bad with motion sickness, I mean, it's just not for you. So. Does it do anything? Oh, you were just making fun of me. You don't think I've had enough today? You don't think I've been made a fool of enough today? You talk about it in Black and White 1. Gym Puzzle being a roller coaster. Oh, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. I appreciate that you remember that. Ocarina was one of your first games too, yeah. I'm a sucker for Ocarina of Time. I mean, you slap that OOT on anything, I'll buy it. There's rumors about a remake, and they won't go away, so I don't know if that's happening or not. I bought my little brother OOT for 3DS. He never... What the f... You know, you tried, though. You tried to do the right thing. You tried to help raise him right. Oh, you just watched it? Nice. Your dad see, okay, you can't get me with that one. I'll be very sad if OOT remake ends up being a Switch 2 only exclusive. I might cave and buy. I will tell you, I will cave and buy it. Now, I think that'll solidify that. Yes, I will get a Switch 2 because I think. I mean, never mind. That's not a real statement. I will get one eventually. I'm just holding out for the price drop, holding out for a special edition, hopefully a Pokemon one, and more exclusives, but because I don't know that I would run out and like play an OOT remake right away. Depending on how they do it. Like if they do a true like remake where it's like it's just plays totally different, that's kind of exciting to me. Maybe I rush out and buy that, but if it's like, you know, kind of like the 3DS version, it's like, oh, you know, I get it. For me, I just played it for the channel, like, well, I played it for the channel like 6 or 7 months ago, so it's like, I'm good for now. My kids still play the 3DS that you modded for me. Girl just played a few months ago randomly. Nice. Jordan, you mod? Oh my god. How do you two know each other? Ooh, fairy type. Well, let's save here, because am I about to enter Lumios? I ordered a replacement battery for Nintendo for 3DS, and apparently they didn't charge me for like months. I got a call from NOA one day asking if I'd pay for it. How much was it? Shouldn't have been that much for a battery, right? You met online 12 years ago? Holy shit. Hey. Okay, so let's see if it crashes. Okay, guess we're good. So was that test enough? Are we good? I'm gonna take a quick break to go to the bathroom. We'll be right back. Okay. You missed me? Cool. I totally forget how they introduce megas. Because they can't do it for a little bit, right? Trubbish, love them. They have to wait till you're a little bit higher level. Forgot to tell you, best to do the post game because it seems like the central character in that is going to play a significant part of ZA. I plan on doing the post game. Wind Waker remake. Well, what they should do at the very, very bare minimum, which would just print a decent amount of money, is just do the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD on Switch too. Like, just I don't care if it's the same exact one from the Wii U. Just give me those two for the Switch, the Switch or Switch 2. I don't care. I don't know why they haven't done that already. Original Zelda 1 remake. See, that'd be interesting. Like a modern remake. Okay. Well, but before that, I still want those like HD ports. Just give me those, and yes, also a remake. Did they really, Morbid? That was a remaster, not a remake. Well, I'm saying I want the remasters on Switch 2 or Switch. I was surprised that they didn't do that for the Switch. Link's Awakening got the cartoon remake. Yeah, the Link Between Worlds. What, you want to fight? Zelda's Big Adventure. The Echoes of Wisdom. My nephew played that. He really wanted that game. He recently got it like a month ago. He played it and beat it. He loves that game. And then I sadly own it, but I've not played it because, you know, I'm me, and that's how I spend money. I buy contemporary games while I play old games. Link's Awakening, but in weird chibi style, yeah. Like BDSP. What do you guys think about BDSP? There seems to be a lot of defense. I feel like the BDSP defenders are coming out lately. I can't really talk about it because I haven't played it, but shit. I should have done flail first. Am I understanding flail correctly? It's the one where it gets stronger the less health you have? Or is that wrong? I like BDSP. I saw a ton of people complaining, but I didn't have a problem. I thought the new Underground was cool. Turbo dog shit. BDSP is so bad, I wish I could go back in time and get my wife to not buy it for me. I remember you said that. I think I've got it about figured out. You are an interesting Pokemon trainer indeed. It'd be fantastic if you took another Pokemon with you. Pick one. I'm letting this ride a little bit for footage purposes. I like the game. I get the criticisms. And they're all valid. But I choose to only focus on fun with my games and not only focus on the criticisms. I mean, I don't know. I'm big on, like, it's okay to criticize. I'm on the side of, like, it's definitely okay to criticize. But, and I think it, like, somebody who wants to make content and criticizes something, they're totally valid. I think don't click on the video if, like, you can't handle it. And I don't know, maybe it's not the viewer's fault every time, but, like, for my Fallout video, you know, I say enjoyable but messy. So anybody clicking on that, if you're gonna click on it and be like, I don't like that you don't like certain aspects about this game, you clicked on it. You never give a shit about Mega dude. What? First of all, Bulbasaur, Venusaur line, amazing. Mega Venusaur, sweet. I already know what Fletchling's name is gonna be. I have to go rename it. I don't know where I can. Name Raider in X and Y. Camfriere Town. Whenever I get there, I can rename it. I'm naming Bulbasaur Voltaire. Yeah, you better. I brought Mega Charizard Y to VGCs in 2014. For some reason, no one ever expected instant Solar Beam. That's pretty cool. They're not named after all philosophers. Like Fletchling, I forgot to nickname it, but it's gonna be named after Zidane. It's basically just like famous French people. You went to his crypt? That's cool. What nature is it? Please have a good nature. Please. Not great. Not great. I guess I can make him like just like a tank. And it's casual play, you know, it's like, yeah, not the best nature, but it's casual. Hold on, is my XP thing on? Okay, I guess I don't need to. So I don't need to do that anymore. You went to France, dude? That's cool. How'd that go? Chat, it was a little bit of an impromptu stream. Got some stuff figured out. Short stream, but I'll probably stream a little bit longer tomorrow. But I'm going to call it there, and I'll be back tomorrow to film more. So, thanks for stopping by. It was fun hanging out with you guys.